The greater part of the Arabian is of bleached landscapes with vast arid deserts. But within this region there lies a land of autumn colors seen by few Western eyes. This is the land of the Yemen. Arabia Felix. Arabia the fortunate, the fertile. The city of Sana'a stands little changed from medieval times. It is believed to be the best preserved Islamic city in Arabia, and there is evidence that its origins date back to 6000 BC. To enter the gate of this ancient citadel, Bab al-Yemen, is to pass through the door of an earlier civilization. Here life bubbles as in a cauldron. Here a proud and colorful people throng together in riches and in poverty, in sickness and in health, in strange custom and in unyielding tradition. The market, or souk, is at the heart of Bab al-Yemen. Through these arteries pulses the lifeblood of day-to-day living. Within this labyrinth of narrow lanes, each trade occupies its own street. Each craft practice clusters together with its like for mutual support. Hundreds of small shops are set alongside each other within the walls like so many cupboards. Sana'a and the other towns throughout the Yemen are the marketplaces to which the tribal farmers bring their produce for sale. Goods are carried into the souk by vehicle, by cart, camel, donkey, man or woman. The madar pipe is an essential piece of equipment in every Yemeni home. Each component of these pipes will have been turned, hammered, carved or otherwise embellished within the narrow confines of the souk. No bargain is struck in a hurry, and the sands of time run slowly. Every man arms himself, if not with a gun, then with the jambia dagger. It has no practical use but one, and that use is to be avoided. The handle will be of bone or horn or even sometimes wood. This, together with the blade and the scabbard, will have been wrought by the craftsman here in the souk. For a Yemeni it is no shame to demonstrate his excitement or his emotion. It is not at all unusual to see men treat or greet each other with great affection. Primitive farm implements forged in this fire will be used by farmers to till the soil in the high mountain ranges surrounding Sana'a. Within 100 other fires, the blacksmiths and tinsmiths forge the tools and chains hands which weld together past and present. This indeed is a man's world in which Helen Fanning finds herself. Helen is a nutrition expert working with other workers from her native country of Ireland. Her work in the Yemen is organized by an international development agency with appropriate name of Concern. So many of the people around her have yet to understand the connection between diet and dysentery, between health and hygiene. For many months now, Helen has been working on a project. She has been preparing a poster campaign which will convey the elementary rules of baby care. Helen's model is the mother of a large family. Of course, they all know that this is their mother, and father knows, but you and I and Helen will have to take it on trust. In accordance with strict Muslim tradition, a woman's face must remain hidden from all other men. This is the custom of Shershuf. A simple story may be told with simple pictures. How to bath a baby, how to feed a baby, how to keep a baby clean and healthy. In a country where the transition from childhood to adult is but a few brief years, where the minimum age for a girl to marry is 9, it is good that they too should understand this story. The posters will be seen and understood in clinics and health centers throughout the Yemen. One of Helen's fellow workers, nursing sister Margaret Moriarty, now explains the program to a group of student doctors.
جيدا في ماء ساخن قبل كل رضاعة وإذا أصبحت القارورة.
It is some reassurance to Helen to know that the Arabic captions of her posters are both legible and understood.
المرض لطفلك.
مراد إيش فيه؟ إذا في
The custom of Shershuf, or the veiling of all women, is a major factor in the lifestyle of these people. It is not possible for the Westerner to appreciate the very deep convictions which preserve such a tradition. Terry McHugh and Moira O'Sullivan are two others of Concern's development team, and they discuss this delicate subject with some of their students. Terry asks, "Do you like to wear Shershuf?"
We must learn and educate ourselves and our children. I think it's better without the Shershuf. Shershuf is an expression of darkness.
Do you think that this will ever change?
Maybe one day we'll get rid of the Shershuf, but we'll never wear trousers. Always we'll have the veil of Islam. The hair, my 2 hands, and the legs to be hidden.
Terry is able to find out for herself just what it feels like to be behind the veil.
إذا ممكن تتكلم شوية كيف تفكري من شان.
The first layer of veiling will be worn inside the home so that at least the eyes will be seen by friends of the family.
أيوة. كيف تفكري؟
Eyes can sometimes be revealing, perhaps too revealing. So whenever outside the house, a second veil is drawn to obscure the entire face. In common with women the world over, the art of makeup is an essential part of their toilet. As might be expected in such circumstances, there is an air of mystery, and the elaboration of this art includes both the hands and the feet. These are decorated in a highly ornate fashion, using henna. Traditionally, makeup is only worn by married women, who are, after all, the only women likely to be seen by a man, their husband. Facial makeup is also elaborate, and they use a great deal of perfume. The full treatment we see here is most likely to be applied on those special occasions, such as weddings. Most crafts practiced in the Yemen are very basic, and machine manufacture does not exist. It is possible to see craftsmen working with their hands in 1,000 different ways. Workers in the building trade, like masons and these window makers, are higher in the social scale of craft practices. All houses feature ornate windows made of coloured glass set in gypsum plaster. These windows are characteristic of those to be seen in the houses of Sana'a. Several times each day, the call to prayer echoes from every minaret throughout towns and cities. The first call in the darkness is at 4 a.m. The call is taken up from mosque to mosque, and the sound is amplified by loudspeakers within each minaret. On Friday, which is the Sabbath, every Muslim answers. Here in the great mosque of Bab al-Yemen, founded by command of the Prophet Muhammad himself, the centuries roll away. This most ancient monument to Islam was enlarged even in the earlier centuries by order of the Caliph. The Quran, being the word of God, is recited with great reverence. From more than 1,000 mosques in Sana'a, the people spill over into the streets as though acting out some Bible epic under the direction of Cecil B. DeMille. Today, Friday, the clamour will reach a crescendo to which all will feel obliged to contribute. Soon, each group of friends makes to join others in the security of their homes. Now is the time that the most important purchase of the week will be made. Cat. Cat chewing is the only widespread social vice. It is almost a preoccupation, and most people chew cat at least once every week, others every afternoon. Not long after leaving the mosque on a Friday, the streets will have become quiet. Every Yemeni man and many of the women indulge in the strange leisure pursuit of chewing the cat. In the upper room, known as the mufraj, a man and his friends gather to chew the hours away. The women, of course, are with their friends in their own quarters. The cat leaf is chewed, not swallowed, and it is only the small inner leaves of the plant which are selected. The drug is believed to have its effect through the optic nerve, which is readily stimulated at regular chewing sessions. Men cram their mouths with the leaf to form a large ball until their cheeks become distended. They drink water to increase the flow of juice. The paraphernalia at all cat sessions includes the madar pipe, which has become part of the tradition. The rough leaf of tobacco is fired by small pieces of charcoal, and the smoke is drawn to the mouthpiece through water in the base of the pipe. This gives a distinct bubbling sound as each smoker inhales. Small receptacles or spittoons are placed conveniently around the moufrage, which is furnished in a standard arrangement for sitting. They recline at floor level on pallets or mattresses with backrests of stuffed cushions against the wall. The development of roads and communications in such terrain is a formidable task. The Chinese, the Russians and the Germans have each contributed to the engineering of roads connecting the capital city of Sana'a with the other main cities of Taiz and Al-Hodeida. In most areas, rocky tracks are the only means of access. The planning and building of such roads involves a great deal of time and not a little patience. Bob Burke is a planner. Column Ryder is a road engineer. Working with the concerned development team, they have been responsible for several engineering projects of this kind, not only coordinating all the different resources, including finance, but also making the first ever maps of these areas.
Did you have to do any blasting here?
Oh yes, it's quite
Quite a lot of
just
blasting.
right here. This place you have to.
Yeah, it had
It
to.
worked out quite well.
None of the bits are too.
Column here worked with the